Well, visuals on your screen right now are coming to you after the Supreme Court had set free Perarivalan, celebrating over there in those pictures with his mother after being released from prison after 31 years. He was serving a sentence in the Rajiv Gandhi assassination case. I think we've got Anane live with us right now. Anane, celebrations for Perarivalan and his mother?
Well, yes, after being incarcerated for more than 30 years, now Perarivalan walks free, and definitely celebrations going on with his mother. You can see, the viewers can see the visuals right on the screens. And in fact, a very, very important verdict coming in from the Supreme Court. And as per the lawyers, in fact, of Perarivalan, this was also benefit the other life convicts in this case, wherein the Supreme Court has exercised its power under section Article 142, the extraordinary jurisdiction of the topmost court of the country, using it to basically give out order of complete justice to A.G. Perarivalan, giving him out. In fact, putting him out of jail. Now he's released. You can see the visuals on the screen. 31 years after he was jailed and convicted for killing Mr. Rajiv Gandhi. Remember that all of the convicts he's one of the more convicts in this whole case, wherein the conspiracy was made to kill and assassinate Mr. Rajiv Gandhi. So now, after 31 years, in fact, remember when he was convicted, he was just 19 years of age. So coming out after a very long time, rejoicing the moment with his mother. He is, you can see the visuals right on the screens, Nupur, and also our viewers can see that. But Nupur, definitely it was a very, very important judgment coming in from the topmost court of the country. Section 140, Article 142 being used as an extraordinary power by a bench headed by Justice L. Nageshwar Rao, clearly releasing and noting down that the 161 proceedings which are about the death sentence of a convict are being delayed, and the decision of the state cabinet is binding on the governor and who had referred the matter to the president. But clearly the Supreme Court noting that no inordinate delay can be made, and hence using its extraordinary powers and now releasing Perarivalan. And you can see the visuals, you can see the celebrations, you can see the happiness on his face. So clearly a big moment coming in.
Absolutely, as Ananya is pointing out, of course, after the Supreme Court ordered the release of A.G. Perarivalan, the family over there celebrating. Let me go across to Apurva, who's reporting on this as well. Apurva, it's been 31 years, that's for how long he was incarcerated. So celebrations over there breaking out in the family. His father, in fact, has spoken to the media saying that we are very happy with the Supreme Court's verdict.
Not only
Perarivalan himself, who has also spoken there, addressing the media, where he says that it is completely his mother's dedication, her strive and her drive, all of these years that she has been fighting against, and this is a major win for her. That is what Perarivalan also goes on to say. He says it is a sacrifice, her tears, her relentless journey over these 31 years for striving for the truth that has now brought her the justice, and his release now that the Supreme Court has ordered. Definitely there, a very joyous moment for both the mother and son.
Joyous moment for both the mother and son, Perarivalan and his mother, Arpurtamal. Ever since, the Supreme Court had ordered for his release as well. Remember, 31 years since the accident had taken, the mishap had taken place, and Perarivalan, including Perarivalan, 7 others who had been convicted in the Rajiv Gandhi assassination case there. And today, with the Supreme Court overriding the governor's assent there and also ordering for the release of Perarivalan, it is definitely a joyous moment there for Perarivalan's family as well. In fact, he also goes on to state that he thanks all of those who had stood by him over the last 31 years. He says that even during his time in prison, he was hopeful that one day the Supreme Court, or one day justice will be met with, and that is what has happened today with the Supreme Court's verdict. That is what Perarivalan states while addressing the media just a short while back. In fact, grand celebrations there that are already underway at his family home in Jolarpete, where he can also be seen seen in the visuals that we are seeing. He can also be seen giving a sweet to his mother Arpurtamal, as well as to his family as well, Perarivalan and his mother and their family members there, joyous, even as the Supreme Court has now ordered for his release.
Absolutely. As you're pointing out, Perarivalan was just 19 years old at the time of Rajiv Gandhi's assassination in 1991. He was accused of buying the two 9-volt batteries used to assassinate the former Prime Minister. So that is the first response that we are getting of this release after 31 years of incarceration of Perarivalan. His mother and he, of course, sharing those sweets with all his supporters and all those people who have stood by his side. So, Apurva, if I could come back to you now, the top court has granted him release. Now, does this, in a sense, raise hopes for other convicts in the case?
Well, definitely, because even as just a couple of weeks back, we had also seen that Nalini, who is yet another accused who has been named in the Rajiv Gandhi assassination case, she had also moved for an appeal for her release as well. I remember Nalini, Perarivalan, and including several 4 more others had been named as accused in the Rajiv Gandhi assassination case as well. While we are yet to get to know more details as to what will be the next step forward for those others who have also, been named as, who have been convicted in this case. As of now, with Perarivalan's release that has already been ordered, it's only going to be a moment of time before the others as well will be moving an appeal to the Supreme Court as well for their cases also to be heard.
All right.
But we...
Yes, absolutely. Apurva, we've heard from Perarivalan. He says that this is a big victory for my mother who has fought alongside me, and also going on to say that I was always hopeful that one day I will walk out.
Well, definitely, because, the 31 years that Perarivalan had been serving a sentence here, and not only that, continuously his mother Arpurtamal over there, who had been fighting tooth and nail, fighting for justice, for the release of Perarivalan. In fact, Arpurtamal had also met with several leaders time after time, moving appeal after appeal, in the hopes that there will be a release of Perarivalan. In fact, just recently as well, Perarivalan had been let out on bail, even as Arpurtamal had asked and filed an appeal saying that she wanted to, start on wedding preparations for her son, that is Perarivalan. And now, with the Supreme Court orders that have come in for granting release of Perarivalan, not only is the entire family in a very elated celebration out there, but you can also see the joy in the mother's eyes over there. Clearly 31 years of struggle on and off relentlessly that she has been silently suffering. In fact, Perarivalan also there goes on to state that she had been silently suffering the humiliation that she faced, the taunts that she faced. In fact, it is only it is her hand that has been completely behind his release as of now. It is completely her efforts that has been the forefront that has driven for this verdict and this outcome that has come out today. That is what, in fact, Perarivalan says, giving the